Okay, I think the contractions have stopped and my heart has stopped attacking me. So I'm leaving some messages with the GI specialist and the urologist, telling them about the blockage of today. Well, I wish to make a care plan so if I need an emergency room, the doctors know what's going on ahead of time so they're not asking a guy screaming in pain to explain himself because, as you could hear, it's hard for me to talk during the contractions, and the contractions get worse and worse as the blockage doesn't move. Sorry about my voice, I've been screaming and my nervous system just relaxed. This is my normal voice when my nervous system is relaxed. I was so uptight from all the pain. I was shaking. I had a full body spasm. Sometimes I call them seizures, but the real seizures are when I go unconscious and my whole body spasms while I'm unconscious on the ground. And usually I get very bloody. That's the real seizures. And I don't know about them. Other people have to tell me about those. And I've had a lot. Like, they used to be once every 4 years. Now I get one real one every 6 months. But I have ones where I'm awake, where my whole body spasms before the seizure is about to come. If I can get the pain or the flashing light or the whatever that's causing it to stop before the seizure hits me, sometimes I will slowly go back to normal. But no, this was really bad this morning. It's getting a little better now that I passed it, but it took quite a lot of enema. I've also had to get up and try to stretch my intestines and my colon to try to move things along. That helped a little bit because the way we sit on a toilet isn't actually the proper way you're supposed to poop. Your body is built in a way you're supposed to squat in a certain way, so it's good to lift up your feet a little higher than they normally are from the toilet. So yeah, if you can do that, that helps too. Takes the pressure off of the intestine, lets things slide down a little faster. I've only learned these things because if I didn't, I would be dead already. Yeah, I'm only 31, and I'm gonna end up just like that guy in Bay Ridge. All because I had stupid ass parents that thought it was a good idea to OD their child on pills and then leave him there overdosed to die. Then, when he wakes up with a neurological disorder, the mother decides to lie and manipulate and lie and manipulate. Then she decides to make up mental illnesses so that she can get attention and pills. Then she decides that people are gonna, they're starting to pay attention, so she's gonna put me in ballet and confuse everybody. Then I won't be talking about how she OD'd me anymore. I'll be talking about how the kids made fun of me at school for being in ballet. Oh, my mother thought of a good dodge tactic there. So, anyways, yes. And then when the doctors started to finally pay attention to my nervous system being all fucked up, my mother just moved me to Texas. Took me out of Massachusetts and moved me to Texas. Now, this is my adopted mother that the state put me in charge of. The state of Massachusetts allowed this to continue for multiple years after I reported this to teachers, reported this to my father, my mother, and doctors. And the Department of Health and Human Services got reports of unregistered guns. They got reports of suicidal thoughts on suicidal medications. They had reports of my mother acting unstable and crazy. They had reports of my mother drinking. They had reports of my mother popping pills. And yet they did nothing because my mother always had a good excuse. Nuh-uh, 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 nuh-uh. That was my mother's excuse. No, he's fantasizing. Nuh-uh. No, I never did it. Nuh-uh. And everybody bought it. My father bought it every time. When my mother got caught taking my Vicodin out of the closet, I only did it once. Nuh-uh. And my father bought it. When my mother got caught drinking, no, I didn't. Nuh-uh. And my father bought it. When my mother gave me an overdose and I spoke up in the doctor's office about it, nuh-uh, just an allergy attack. This is her. And now she used more words than that. But this is the childish behavior that my father let my mother get away with while I suffered greatly. She would lie, manipulate, act crazy, and then when she got caught, nuh-uh, Zach's fault, nuh-uh. And everybody bought it every time. There would be lots of piling evidence that my mother did something, and all my mother had to say was, nuh-uh, Zach did it. And then it all was over. Then she never got in trouble. That's all she had to say. She just had to say, nuh-uh, and then blame it on me or something else that's not visible. Like, nuh-uh, it's a mental illness. Nuh-uh, it's attachment disorder. Nuh-uh, it's his biological mother he's mad at. Nuh-uh, he's not mad at me. He's mad at his biological mother. Nuh-uh, he's not mad that I beat him. Nuh-uh, he's not mad that I hit him with a ruler. Nuh-uh, he's not mad that I gave him pills and he lost his eyeball vision and he lost his nervous system permanently. Nuh-uh, he's not mad that I gave him extra medicine of Epicax so he would vomit harder and damage his stomach and esophagus. Nuh-uh, Zach is just mad at his biological mother. Nuh-uh. That was my mother before she passed away for years. For years and years, that's how my mother got out of trouble. She would get into trouble, there would be evidence piling up against her, and all she would have to do was say, nuh-uh, and blame it on an invisible person or me. Either blame it on her son, Zach, or blame it on something that you can't see. And it all went away every time.